All right. Hey, now, y'all, I got to say right out of the gate, man, first off, happy Friday, happy high noon. We have a ton of stuff going on today. And I want to thank NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC, dude, for the big laugh right before Tony started the show open. I know a lot of you have heard the news. Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86. We're going to honor him today. Don Peralta actually will have the Polymax poll of the day coming up shortly. We'll talk Chuck Norris on the poll, but NorCal Refrigeration, Tony, here he goes. I heard Chuck Norris didn't die. He just went to hell to go kick the devil's ass.
Dude, let's go, man. I love it.
That's the pre-show post of the day. That one's for you, NorCal. Great stuff. That was a good laugh right before the show.
Paulie, you know what? Your mom is cool, aka Mark Wiseman, one of our favorite listeners, one of my dear friends in San Carlos. I asked him because he has a Chuck Norris calendar. I said, "Hey, send me one of your favorites." He goes, and he wrote this to me. He goes, "Today on my bedside, right next to my wedding picture, the Chuck Norris calendar. It was actually one of my favorites." Quote. Chuck Norris can pick oranges from an apple tree and make the best lemonade you've ever tasted. So that is from the Chuck Norris calendar. And this also, here you go. He's got a Chuck Norris. Look at that. He's got a Chuck Norris bobblehead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Just, dude, rest in peace, Chuck, man. What a incredible.
Great life, great career, great legacy, too. Chuck Norris will be remembered for a very long time. So I know a lot of you have a lot to say about Chuck Norris. We'll definitely go there. Hey, listen, in other sporting, and by the way, today's show is going to be, I'm going to call it's our Ramones show today. It's going to be 60 minutes of just furious action, bodies flying all over the place, one song after another. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, bam, there's another one. We're going to go through it like this, and then at the end, you're all going to be gasping for air, and you're going to be satisfied because I got to go. I got to load gear. We got to go set up. We got a busy day. We do have the show tonight down at the Brisbane Inn, and we would love to see as many of you as possible. I do believe we have a few PMP Army members, PMP Familia members who are going to be on location, so thank you in advance. If you're coming down, we're going to have a good time. We got 2 sets of good music ready to go, but my day is incredibly busy, so it's going to be short and to the point today. But, Tony, the biggest, I guess, local news I can share. I'm slapping you. That sounds so good. The slap has been cleaned up on the new computer, man. Give me another one. Oh,
here we go. So yeah, just
I need 2. Sorry. That's my fault. I'm excessive. As David Lee Roth said, Tony, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So slap away, buddy. And how you doing? What's your big announcement? What do you got?
Oh, no big announcement. I just want to let people know I'm actually not on my laptop today, and I'm looking into a new laptop. But whatever, I'm on the desktop here at the LBP PMP Studios here at Long Beach Pizza. We will give Long Beach Pizza some love later on in the show. But Paulie, I just wanted to remind people, please go to our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles and like and subscribe while you're there. And we got to feed the algo, as Miggy in Madrid told us, feed the algo.
Yeah, that Miggy Pop, yeah.
Shout out Miggy Pop all damn day. And then also, I just want to remind people, if you're coming to Standard Deviant this coming Wednesday for opening night, 5:05 first pitch, Standard Deviant opens at 4 o'clock for our PMP hang / opening day watch party. You can RSVP on our YouTube channel. Just click the Eventbrite link and let us know if you're coming. All we need to do is we're trying to get a round number to Standard Deviant and Longbridge Pizza, because Neil's going to be making pizzas out front, and the whole staff at Standard Deviant is going to be pouring some crisp, tasty, ice cold beers, buddy.
Okay, well, thank you, Tony. That's great. And always get out there and help support Neil and the Pizza Wagon and all that stuff. He's one of our favorite guys. Danny Ogden's in the house, executive producer of all things Bay Area Sports Collective. What's up, Danny Ogden? We're all so happy that Tom is back up in full flight now, just posting killer shows all the time. And Dan is the man behind all that stuff, by the way, so give him some love. Danny Ogden is one of ours. And all right, Tony, I was going to say, just to get things going, I was going to say that I just finished watching the Santa Clara game. I assume like a lot of us did. Yeah, unless you're at your office. But Santa Clara went down to Kentucky in overtime. Gave him a hell of a fight. You know what I mean? Listen, I mean, when you think about it in a broad lens, Tony, Santa Clara had not been in March Madness at the dance. The last time they were there was when Steve Nash was on the freaking squad, bro. So, I mean, that tells you been a little bit of a drought, and it's, great. Listen, that program got resurrected this year. kind of surprised a lot of people, and it was a great story. And they went as far as they could take it, man. They rode that thing till the wheels came off, but they finally came off. Kentucky, they got him. They got him in OT.
Yeah.
What can you say? But a great year. Also, pour one out for St. Mary's, Tony. I know that bummed you out. St. Mary's no longer dancing. So the WCC down to one team now? The Zags?
Down to the Zags, and go Zags. This is where I jump on the Zags bandwagon to represent the WCC. And yes, the Gales, the 7 seed, got beat by the Texas A&M 10 seed 63-50. I was hoping for a better showing from the Gales. And then the Broncos, man, they fought their asses off. And now if you want to represent the WCC, go Zags, go Zags, go. And I just love the tournament already. Did you see the High Point victory? Did you see the High Point upset yesterday? They took care of business, and they are marching on. They are moving on. They beat Wisconsin 83-82. They're a 12 seed beating a 5 seed, dude. You got to love the 12-5 upset every year. Yeah. And if we can go to bookmarks later in the show, just to show this, I want to show the student announcers that are broadcasting the game courtside are going bonkers, dude.
Well,
it's such
I would say this. No, Tony, I dig everything you're saying, but check this out, man. Since we have a lot of material to get through in this hour, and here's what I was thinking. We're going to strip away the formalities. We're going to strip away all the fanfare. We're going to get right to the heart of it, to the, Tony, if I may, to the crux. Drop a crux on you.
Well, you can get to the heart of the matter, Paulie. You can get to the heart of the matter, right? A
little Don Henley for Napa. You know what? I'll tell you the truth. I don't have a problem with heart of the matter. I don't have a problem with it. I don't.
I'm thinking about forgiveness, Paulie. I'm thinking about forgiveness.
What's wrong with that? A little forgiveness.
Even if you don't love me anymore, still thinking about forgiveness.
Trying to get down, dude. I got no problem. You know what I mean, Don? Get the ponytail out and start singing. All right, Tony, here's what I was going to say. We strip away all the fanfare. We strip away all of the artifice. And I think we should do a quick, informal bookmark visit, because I got 2 videos in there that we have to pay tribute to. Let's just do that right now, and then we'll come out of these 2 videos and we'll go to Long Bridge Pizza. How's that sound?
That sounds good. And while I'm pulling up the videos, I'm just going to give us the
Hans Lufa.
About time, man.
Hans Lufa. Sometimes he's got a stick, he'll get your back. Sometimes he's in your hand, and that's the facts. He might go low, and that's okay. Hans Lufa all day. He's got a special power. He'll scrub you in the shower. Yeah. Exfoliate.
Oh, dude.
Hans Lufa.
There you go. Right. Hans Lufa.
Just in the name, I got one Chuck Norris here we got to watch, and then I got one March Madness thing, and then we can get back into the show. But these are worth it. So Chuck Norris in all of his glory, and it brings back so many memories. I don't know how many of you out there but agree with this or felt the same way, but I was a Letterman head. Oh, yeah. I loved he was actually a big influence on the way that I took my whatever style I have to the mic, because I studied Dave, man. He was a brilliant dude. Really quick-witted, super smart, super informed, and if people that tried to get sassy with Dave, he would annihilate them. But anyway, here's a great, kind of light moment of Dave Letterman and Chuck Norris, dude, just doing some demo kicks. Check this out, T. Just in the name of Chuck Norris, as we remember his greatness. Behold.
Here we go. Stand by.
Generally, the camera would be behind. So when I throw a kick, if I throw a kick, see, right into here. see, I missed by just about 1/4 inch.
Chuck Norris laughing his ass off.
So when David reacted to that, if he would have reacted like he had gotten hit, see the camera, it would have been a hit on camera.
It would have looked pretty good.
It would look pretty
now,
good.
when do they get the noise in there? How do they put that in?
Oh, the key. Well, generally we go into a dubbing room, but many times when I do it, I'll do that. I'll go, yeah! right over here, like this. or a punch. Same thing with a punch. See, right into here, like this here. But anyway, that's how he reacts. So I throw the punch that close. He snaps his head back, and it's a hit on film.
All right, now, dude, Paulie, look at this. I just want to let's.
No, there's so much going on here. And first of all, Tony, my ear was my antenna was up, dude. There are some, Tony, if you could there's some really good Chuck Norris laughs in here. You might need to cut and isolate, dude, because every time he throws a punch or a kick, he starts laughing. He's like, Chuck Norris can't get enough of his own riffs. Look at that, dude.
Right there.
Yeah.
Look at Letterman right there. Look at his face.
Oh, dude, I'd look the same way. Only my pants would have a big wet spot. I'd be peeing in my pants. Chuck Norris was throwing kicks at me. Yeah, it's a great shot. Great shot.
No, it's so good. And then I can show you the announcers, Paulie.
Not before you do this other kid. Not before we go down one more.
You're going Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? You're going Larry Nerd?
I'm going Larry Nerd. The kids can play. He's a great passer. He's hitting shots. This kid, man, doesn't have your typical. Oh, bro. He looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like one of the guys from Devo. You know what I mean? Shout out Mark Mothersbaugh singing Whip It and Mr. DNA, because he looks like he could fit right in with Devo, man, with those glasses. What a body, too. I love this guy.
Totally. And they crushed. Who did they play again? Georgia. They crushed Georgia, dude. So St. Louis 29-5 on the year. The 9th seed St. Louis beating the 8th seed Georgia Bulldogs. And here we go. A little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a little Larry Nerd.
He's a couple game, though. This kid's nice. He can play. You'll see. This kid can do it.
Totally. Here we go.
For this young man, it really is, man. And way into a three, and instead, they'll play through Avila. No! The game from Jim Jackson. Beautiful. Avila down low. Rims it in.
That maybe you searched it out and needed some luck and wanted to rub the belly.
Well, the Billiken has been around town. Here's a layup.
My former high school teammate, good contested shot right there.
Good. Watch this one.
On the Dunlap miss.
Cross lane, fine for controlling tempo, pace. From the beginning of the game, St. Louis came out with a mission in mind to do this.
Still a lot of time for St. Louis out of possession. Here comes Ryan.
Putting the ball on the deck and attacking the paint.
Avila, great find. Down corner.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he did. Just took it away. McContry got it up top.
But sticking to a game plan and for this
Get out. He also swatted it. Come on.
This kid is giving everybody who's out of shape some hope. Like, this guy doesn't even look like he's in shape, and it looks so easy for him. So anyway, this is what's great about March Madness. You get dudes like this that kind of emerge and become the face of the tournament. And I think right now, this guy's probably the most beloved basketball player in America right now.
No question. And that's one of the reasons why I took him in my 8-team draft. There's 8 of us in the draft, and we each get 8 teams, and it's a snake draft. So I drafted first, and then I don't pick again until the 16th pick of the draft. So I got him late in the draft, I got St. Louis late in the draft, and I'm stoked to have St. Louis. And the Billikens ride. And I also have Tennessee, and I have Arizona. I lost Santa Clara today. That's a bummer. But I have Nebraska as well. And like we talked about yesterday, Nebraska broke their 0-8 streak.
Yeah.
First win for the Cornhusker program in the tournament. So, Paulie, and by the way, next week, bummer bracket, next Thursday. And by the way, in our pre-show meeting, Paulie and I came up with something to add to the bummer bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Double guns to the Genius Bar. The Genius Bar. The Genius Bar is entering the bummer bracket because guess what? I'm bringing my laptop to the Genius Bar tomorrow. Oh, great. There's no place I'd rather be on a Saturday than the freaking Genius Bar. And by the way, the balls, the nerve of Apple to call it the Genius Bar. Hey, everything we make is genius. So let's just call it the Genius Bar. Step up to the Genius Bar, and one of our genius that works here will help you. Dude, whatever.
I don't even have enough time to as Will Ferrell says, not sure we're going to have enough time.
Right.
I don't know if I have enough time to launch all of the negative feelings I have about the Genius Bar, but a couple of broad strokes just to kind of set the table for the bummer brackets next week. Here's one thing. First of all, good luck making an appointment. You ain't getting no human on the phone. I'll tell you that much.
No.
You got to log into systems. You got to fill out forms. I already told you how much I hate forms. Forms can go blank themselves. Instructions, forms. I got no time. And, then if you're lucky enough to get an appointment, then you got to go in there, and here he comes, dude. Here comes some jackhole with a freaking iPad. Oh, Mr. McCaffrey, I see you have an appointment. It's like, you know what, dude? Get away from me before I freaking throw you through that plate glass window. And then you gotta stand there because there's no chairs. You gotta freaking stand there. And what's with the lighting? The lighting, it's like you're in the gynecologist office. It's like fluorescent white. It's like, whoa. What are we doing here? And then I'm convinced, last thing on the Genius Bar, I'm convinced they suck the oxygen out of the room. Watch tomorrow how hot and stuffy it is in this so-called Genius Bar. I'm just setting the table for you.
I'm going to walk in and say, excuse me, I'm looking for a genius. Can a genius please help me? I'm looking for a genius, please.
Any of you geniuses available to help a brother in need? And by the way, you know what I mean? I'm down on my luck. I got a bad laptop. I need one of you geniuses to come and help me out. So anyway,
I know that you're better than me. So let's just make sure that we're not equals. You're the genius. I'm not. So here we go. That's why I love the name of the company called the Geek Squad. It's like those guys.
The Geek Squad. When I lived in San Francisco, bro, I had the Geek Squad come over. They set up my entire stereo system. I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm like, yeah, man, set this up, get this thing running with the TV synced up. I want that coming in stereo. And they did. It was great. Shout out the Geek Squad. I back them. Yeah,
exactly. And it's a self-deprecating name, not a genius bar.
Yeah.
And everything that they got. Nah, you know what? Just put Genius Bar on the bummer bracket. The whole point of me bringing it up is that we're promoting that we're going to do the bummer brackets next Thursday and Friday. Right. And because the tournament has begun, obviously you guys know that. But it'll get cooking next week with the round of 32 because it's the round of 64 right now. We'll get cooking with the round of 32, and we'll have 32 entries to the bummer bracket, and we'll have a lot of fun. And what was it electronic tickets, I think, won the bummer bracket last year. Is that correct?
That sounds right, or at least they made the Final Four. I know that much. Electronic tickets. Yeah, no good. All right,
dude, I'll tell you right now, ticket bots are going to be on this year's bummer bracket. Ticket bot.
Why not just take it above the ticket bot level? Let's just go right to the source. Put Ticketmaster on there. They're the freaking worst. Yeah. Ticketmaster is on the bummer brackets. Anyway, we're setting the table. We'll get into that next week.
Is AI on the bummer bracket, Paulie?
Yes. Okay. So is Waymo driverless cars. So there's a variety of things. We're going to have a good time at this. We're going to laugh at the things we hate the most. Hey, Tony, I'll tell you who's not going to be on the bummer brackets: Neil Donardi and Longbridge Pizza. Because
nice.
Yeah, well, this is a segue. It's a transition. We call that in the biz. It's a transition. Yeah. I'm transitioning to a spot. Longbridge Pizza, folks, you know them. They're gangsters. They own the freaking Dog Patch neighborhood, along with our good friends in Standard Deviant. More on them a little bit later in the show. But anyway, Longbridge Pizza, listen, this is the ideal time to get down there. You got Warriors at Pistons later today. Why not go to Longbridge, pop a couple cold beers, have some of Neil Donardi's pizza, and you will feel much better about your weekend and your Friday afternoon. For those of you who have not broken the plane yet, get your butt down there, 2347 3rd Street. Neil Donardi, can't say enough good things about him. I just can't. I mean, he comes with that South City flavor. He wants to make sure all his customers are happy and satisfied. We talk about the specialty sandwich options on Wednesdays, whether it is the chopped cheese. That's the Longbridge version of a cheesesteak. You guys know how I feel about the chicken parm. I can't get enough. Can't stop, won't stop when it comes to the chicken parm. And then there's the pizzas. They're just Neil. I tell you what, again, it was a great discovery for me because I had not been to Longbridge before I met Neil, and now it's my favorite spot in town. And again, to me, it's about this sourdough crust. It does so much for the whole flavor. Try a Polymac pie, try a Sophia, try a Nico. You really can't miss. Or go in there and create your own. Say, like, you know what? I'm thinking I need like some pepperoni, throw some anchovies on there. I don't know, some artichoke hearts. Get crazy, dazzle them, get creative. And then finally, Tony, variety of cold beers available at Longbridge. I know you love that. And join the Vibe Tribe, man. You'll see why. They talk about the serious pizza with the laid-back vibe. It's a great combination. And vegan, vegetarian, and vegan options are available, as is gluten-free. There are gluten-free options if that's a concern in your household. So Longbridge Pizza, we thank you. We love you. Everybody get on down there, 2347 Longbridge Pizza on 3rd Street. Tony, talk to me.
Paulie, also, you can get vibes and get rewards. We don't talk about this very often, but the Longbridge Pizza Vibes program. Earn vibes every time you make a purchase at Longbridge. And then, of course, you get points. And the point of when you buy something, you get points, also known as vibes. And then you can redeem them at Longbridge Pizza. Also, give the gift of pizza. You can get a gift card at Longbridge Pizza or longbridgepizza.com. Give the gift of Longbridge Pizza to your loved ones. And also, don't forget, if you want Neil to come and cater, because Neil is going to be slinging pies at Standard Deviant on Wednesday. Neil is available to come to your events. Just email events@longbridgepizza.com, and you can tell Neil what you're thinking and where you want him to be and what you want him to make. I just saw Cody Marchetti on the chat saying I could go for an island vibin' and a cold Pliny right now. And hell yeah, Cody. I think I might do that right after the show. And just so you know, if you want to see Neil, he'll be there on Wednesday slinging pizzas. But again, if you want him to come to your family's event, your work event, anything, or you want to come to Longbridge Pizza for a private event, you can do that as well. Again, it's all about emailing events@longbridgepizza.com, Paulie.
Nice. Even Los D, you struck a chord with Los D, one of our great buddies and supporters out there, Carlos De La Fuente. He goes, guys, I may have a catering gig coming up for Neil. Dude, it'd be a great choice. And by the way, I you know what? Open challenge to all you other pizza places. Don't get me going, because I don't want to disparage anybody, but a lot of these guys, I want an award and all my pizza. It's like, you know what, bro? Take your ribbons, take your awards, and hang them upside down, because you ain't as good as Longbridge. I'm just telling you. And how many other of these pizza places in town have a pizza wagon? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm not. I don't want to disparage, so I'm saying it with my mouth concealed, but unless you get a pizza wagon, you're dead to me. Okay. Neil's got the pizza wagon. He's probably gassing it up right now. So thank you, Longbridge. Long may you wave. P1 Chuck coming in, and he goes, guys, another edition. And by the way, if you do have ideas for the bummer brackets, feel free to contribute. We love audience participation. And we love your contribution. So send us your ideas at pauliespod@gmail.com. P1 Chuck Acquisto, one of my favorite guys. He's the president of the South Carolina chapter of PMP. He goes, guys, make sure you get Southwest Airlines new policies on the bummer bracket. I don't even know what he's talking about, but I can imagine that it's a freaking nightmare, because the airlines across everybody is getting screwed right now, waiting around for hours to get on their flight, security lines out of control. It's a mess, dude. Everything is a mess right now. P1 Chuck noted, and we will consider that. And also, when I see P1 Chuck up on the board, he's a longtime friend, longtime supporter. I got to include him, Tony, and maybe since Chuck Norris left us, some of the other great Chucks that have given to our lives have kind of enhanced our life experience. Obviously, Chuck Norris at the top. I'm going to go P1 Chuck down in South Carolina. Then a couple of other Chucks just to add to the list. Great ones. Chuck D, Public Enemy. Yo, Chuck. So throw Chuck D on there. And then, Tony, going back to my childhood, number 44 for the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out Chuck Foreman. Good running back for the Vikings, Chuck Foreman. Any other Chucks you need to honor? Or
I would just like to shout out shoes that I grew up in, Chuck Taylor's, and the basketball player Chuck Taylor. And by the way, isn't it funny how crazy basketball shoes have gotten, and to envision back in the day a guy like Wilt Chamberlain playing in Chuck Taylor basketball shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's incredible. How about low tops, dude? Bob Cousy was out there in freaking low top Chucks. Robot Centaur, obviously good one. And I hadn't thought of that. Chuck Berry. Ever hear of him? He invented rock and roll. Yeah, Chuck Berry. Okay, good one, man. Other great Chuck Barris, The Gong Show. Rex. That's Chuck Barris, bro. Great pull. If you guys missed The Gong Show, I pity you. We were living good back in the day.
Totally. Also, the Chuck Woolery, dude. I'll be back in 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Chuck Woolery. Come on.
Totally, man.
The Love Connection. Remember Love Connection? He was the host of Love Connection. He was awesome. Chuck.
Hey.
Before there was George Clooney, there was Chuck Woolery, I feel like. He was like the handsome, dark-skinned dude, like all tan and big pompadour. And then there's George Clooney to kind of carry the Chuck Woolery torch.
Hey, we got a couple other great ones here. Noemi, Lady Catalina, Chuck E. Cheese. Let me tell you what, I would move heaven and earth to avoid Chuck E. Cheese, dude. When my kids were little, with the mayhem that goes on in those, I mean, you walk in there, you walk out of there with a migraine headache, folks. It's like the equivalent of a children's mosh pit. It's absolute mayhem, but good call.
Sorry.
Real quick, I'm getting great ones. Chuck Muncie from Groschel, dude, 100% out of Cal, right down there to Dan Fouts' San Diego Chargers. Where was another one? Patty from Napa, Chucky's in love. 100%. Hey, Patty,
Nice.
check this out. I got it on vinyl. I swear to God. Ricky Lee Jones, Chucky's in Love. That's a great track, Patty. Great track.
Dude. And also, to piggyback off of Noemi's Chuck E. Cheese chat message,
Yeah.
I've always thought somebody should make a horror film about Chuck E. Cheese. That like Chuck E. Cheese, kind of like how, then
what
there's
about
Chucky, and then there's Chucky.
You got Chucky. You got Chucky.
I know,
And
it's
that
like
does-
the way that the Leprechaun was like a horror film on St. Patrick's Day. Make a Chuck E. Cheese horror film, dude. I bet it would do pretty well.
Don't forget that they called former Oakland Raider coach John Gruden Chucky. He was another Chucky. Yeah.
Well, his scary face. They put it side by side. We used to put it side by side. Be like, damn, dude, a Chuck, dude. Okay, man. There's a lot of good. You're right, Paulie. The chat's on fire, man. So thank you.
I'll tell you one thing about John Gruden, and I don't even think he would mind me saying this. I really don't, and I don't know him like well or anything. But Tony and I used to have him on the show once a week. When Tony and I were first starting in radio, we had the Tim Brown show and we had the John Gruden show each once a week. One time, like it was almost time to start the show. And we saw like the story came across the wire, as they used to do back in the day, and it said Oakland Raider coach John Gruden has been arrested for a DUI. We're like, oh no! And it was like 10 minutes before the show, and we were supposed to interview him that day. So, dude, incredibly, he freaking calls in anyway. And we were like, we talked to him off the air and we're like, Coach, just, are you okay? And, all this stuff. He goes, yeah, I'm fine. And we said, well, how do you want to handle this today? What do you, because nobody knew about this yet. Like people were waking up in the Bay to this news. And I'll never forget this. Coach, is there anything you don't want to talk about today? He goes, you guys can ask me anything you want. I was like, wow. Okay, man. Well, then, like, let's get into it. So anyway, fist in the air for John Gruden. We were buddies for a couple seasons when he was in Oakland. Okay, Tony, what do we do here? How about this?
How about timeout? First of all, I'm going to need you to just check yourself into the green room and de-blur yourself, and then
stand
come
by.
right
Let
back.
me check, Tony. Let me check myself before I wreck myself. Shout out to Tom Petty, you wreck me, baby. I'll be right back. Stand by.
And while you do that, to continue the Chuck theme, I'm going to share the video that I showed Paulie in the pre-show meeting, and talk about blurry, but so good. Here we go. This is Chuck and Christy Brinkley back in the day for the Total Gym.
It doesn't just isolate a specific muscle. It'll work on that, but it'll work on all the muscles in general.
Just changing the angle of your arms works different muscle groups.
We're working on the biceps right now, focusing strictly on the biceps.
This one's called the surfer, and you just, like you're on your board and you're paddling through the water.
Now let's work on the back now. So pull straight back here, keeping the elbow.
If you take a moment to look at the hair and the beard, it's just finely coiffed. It's just tip of the cap to Chuck, and just working out in Miami poolside. Is that the freaking best? In Miami poolside. Chuck, I rest in peace, my friend. And what a long and wonderful life he lived, and just tip of the cap, really. And Paulie, welcome back. I was just showing.
I love this. Now, what's he selling right here? What is this piece of machinery? What was that?
Oh, dude, this is none other than the Total Gym.
Nice. The Total freaking Gym, man. And who was his sidekick there? Cindy Crawford or something?
No, Christy Brinkley, dude. Before.
Yes.
Here we go.
This will help carve it and whittle it away.
Now let's work on the tricep now. From here, just pull straight down.
Yeah.
But amazing.
And stretch it out. That's the great thing about Total Gym, is you're always stretching and lengthening, so you never get bulked up.
What I like about this bar here, if you notice, I'm really arching my back.
Oh, I mean, and I was talking about you were gone.
No, I'm sorry, Tony. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Sorry.
While you were gone, I was saying, just look at the hair and the beard. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
No, it's incredible. And I got to ask the question that's on everybody's mind. What do you think are the odds are that they got together romantically at some point?
Well, is this pre Billy Joel or during or after is my question. Because,
that might be well, if she was still, well, I shouldn't even get into this. I don't know. I don't want to disparage Billy Joel too much. I think he's having health problems, but I'm just concerned. By the way, look at the look on Norris's face right there.
And by the way, look at Joe Schmo's comment, Paulie.
I can't see it. Oh, stretch it out. What?
No, I don't think I want to say it on the show, but those who can see the chat, Joe Schmo 8504. He's basically saying what we're talking about. He says, "Tell me he blanked that." So,
hey, kids, keep it clean. Keep it clean. We got kids in the audience, I think. Exactly. And also, I want to say hello to everybody on Twitter. Hello to everybody on Instagram. What is up, YouTube people? And of course, our great family over at Cron 4. Also, some other acknowledgments, Tony. Then I want to give some love to Dan Coach Emilio, securemoney.com. That's coming up in a sec. But other Chucks. Thank you, John Joseph, coming in with Chuck Liddell. Good one. Yeah, hadn't thought about that one. Chuck Liddell. Escobar.
Chuck Mangione. Somebody did Chuck Mangione, Paulie. So props to Chuck Mangione.
I got to be honest. We're in a Chuck surplus. Like, I didn't realize there was this many great Chucks. And then I just thought of one. When John Joseph wrote Chuck Liddell, I figured, like, I got to submit a Chuck Zito. World famous Hell's Angel, now like a celebrity. Wow. He's a bodyguard to the stars. You know Chuck Zito? No. Okay. Yeah, he's a bodyguard.
I love you pulling Hell's Angels VIPs out of the.
So he's a pretty famous guy. He really was a Hell's Angel. He had a role on Sons of Anarchy, if you ever watch that biker show. But now he's like a famous bodyguard to the star. In fact, you know what? Chuck Zito. You can Google this later, kids. It's a very funny story. Chuck Zito kicked Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass he kicked his ass like in public at like a bar in New York. It was like a club, some kind of nightlife spot. And it was back in the early 90s, I want to say. Chuck is not the kind of guy you want to mess with, Chuck Zito. And I think Claude Van Damme was running his mouth. Next thing you know, Zito put him on his ass. Zito. And I'll tell you this, Chuck Zito, other great thing about Chuck Zito is he is a black belt in one of the martial arts forms. I'm not sure which, but he's a black belt too. So famously kicking. How about that on your tombstone? Here lies Chuck Zito. He kicked Jean-Claude Van Damme's ass. You know what I mean?
Dude, speaking of kicking ass, Paulie, we need to kick our own asses. That's one.
Yeah.
And then we need to do it again, Paulie, because numerology today, it might be the most important numerology, maybe in the history of numerology.
Wow.
And stand by. Because of the number of our episode today, it's a big number, Paulie.
Yeah.
Episode 287. 287. Okay. Yeah. And just like for 284, there's only 184 in my mind, Brent Jones. 287, there's only 187. Travis Kelce, Paulie.
Sorry. That was good. I did not see that coming. That was good. We're going to leave that one there. And obviously, we love Dwight Clark. We'll just say that. I miss Dwight Clark. I love the man. I did. I felt very fortunate. I got to know him at the tail end of his life. He was such a sweetheart and such a great guy. And I miss him. I miss him actively. Anyway, Tony, luckily.
Stand by, Paulie. I don't mean to cut you off, but Robot Centaur and the Robot Centaur Sports Desk chiming in from the East Bay. He says 49ers are opting not to exercise the $10 million option bonus in Trent Williams' contract per sources. Trent Williams' salary cap number now will grow to close to $47 million. But Robot Centaur adds, and this is the commentary Robot Centaur Fareed is adding, but the team is not overly concerned about it and is still planning to rework his contract before next month's NFL draft. So,
all right.
There you have it. There you have it. I guess 47 million is not enough. I don't know.
You got to get your bag, Tony. You know, that's it. That's what Tony says to me every day.
How many bags do you need?
A lot of people don't know this, but every day when Tony and I have our pre-show meeting, Tony presents himself like he's this vegan, he's this tree-hugging hippie guy, baseball fan, etc. But I'll tell you what's going on when you guys aren't privy to these meetings we have. Tony gets on the show like today. He goes, you know what, Paulie? Because I'd be like, hey, Tony, let's do music assignment. Let's do a Chuck Norris poll. And then Tony's like, I don't care what we do as long as I get my bag. That's what Tony says daily. Tony wants his bag. You know what I mean?
I'm not doing the show unless I get my bag, Paulie.
No, I'm not showing up. I'm not even. No.
And after 1 year, I'm going to rework the contract again and again and again because it's never enough. And it's all about me. It's only just about me. It's never enough. It's all about me. That's what I'm so sick of, man. It's all about me. And oh God, I just get
preach it, brother. Preach it. You look good over there at the new computer. Yeah, you look good.
It just bums me out, man. It just bums me out that it's all about me. $47 million. It's just when you think.
I mean, frankly, I'm going to be totally honest. I don't think he's worth that at this point.
No,
I don't think he's worth that. If there was a guy out there who had like extraordinary talent, and I know Trent Williams, he's going to the Hall of Fame. I get that. But I also get what I saw with my own eyes last year. He did slip a little bit last year. He did, he wasn't the same guy. Guys were getting past him on the edge, and it was a concern. Anyway, I'll tell you what's not a concern. Dan Coach Emilio, securemoney.com. You don't have no concerns with Dan. If you haven't made the call yet and you're out there and you're laying in the weeds and you're like, I don't know if I should talk to you got to trust me on this, you guys. We will give you guys the opportunity to connect with our sponsors only when like we're cool with these guys. And I'm cool with Dan. I'll tell you that right now. I'm cool with Dan. He's a stand-up guy. He runs a reputable business with securemoney.com. And he's a financial guy who's here to help us, man. You got to think about that and take advantage of these kind of resources that we have. Like, we're fortunate. We do. We have a lot of really helpful people as sponsors. And, think of it. He's a financial professional. He's a financial advisor. He has all kinds of great terms and deals he can hook you up with. He's got access to guaranteed options, paying 7% on 2-year terms, 8% on 5-year terms. And again, he runs the gamut in terms of the services he can help you with and provide to you, like retirement planning. Big freaking deal. I mean, there's people in our audience who are getting close to that age. In fact, I know Jeff Faust, my good friend who will be at the gig tonight. Jeff Faust of the Freestone Peach is going to come down. He's going to play a couple of songs with us. Tony, we're even thinking of, I don't know if we can accommodate this unless, I don't want to get too technical, but we're going to see if we can do the Phil Lesh, Mike Gordon thing and get Drutzy and Faust playing on a Grateful Dead song together, like a double bass smackdown. Because we do have one song we're going to jam out. We're going to have fun with this one. I don't want to tell you what it is yet. But anyway, we're going to bring Jeff Faust. Yeah, double bass, dude. We're thinking about doing the dueling bass tonight. We'll see if we can pull it off. What do you think?
And that is actually not an easy thing to do, because you got to be listening to each other and making sure that you're not. Yeah, that's wow. But to the skills of David Drutz and Jeff Faust, I could see them weaving in and out and bobbing and weaving with each other. That'd be a lot of fun, dude.
That's the idea, right? They kind of play off each other, snake around each other a little bit. So anyway, Jeff Faust, though, the reason I bring his name up, he will be at the gig tonight. He will be sitting in, but he is also getting this close to retirement. And I know he's done business with Carlos de la Fuente too. So, but when it comes time to get your retirement planning in place, your life insurance in place, it's like these are the adult responsibilities we all have to tackle: IRA planning, estate planning, 401k rollover. These are all the things Dan Coach Emilio can help you with. And again, the focus, I'll leave you with this, guys. The focus of Dan's work, pardon me, at securemoney.com, it's a two-pronged thing: safety and protection. Safety and protection. And Dan is committed to both. And he's committed to providing you with both and helping you never lose money, but also assisting you to grow your money, not only preventing you from losing, but also growing what you have, and also coming to you with great opportunities you might not know about where you can grow that money. If all of this sounds interesting or appealing or intriguing, reach out to Dan, have a conversation, 1-888-960-SAFE. Or maybe you're laser focused. You're like, hey, man, I need life insurance. I got to talk. Fine. Good. Bring it to Dan. This is what he's here for. He can definitely help you. If you're more comfortable emailing Dan and lay out your case and what you'd like to do, it's Dan@securemoney.com, Tony. And you can visit his website as well, get more information about Dan and the services he provides at securemoney.com. And then finally, next week, I think we're going to try to get Dan back on the show to have a kind of a Giants a scouting report. And on the other side of the spot, we'll give you some Giant news. I know a lot of you have seen it, but Eldridge and Birdsong are both in the Giant news headlines today. So we'll get to that in a second, Tony. But final words on Dan. Take it away, buddy.
I just want to say two things, Paulie, is that first of all, tax time. Hey, it's the tax man. Tax time is here. Dan has been able to save his clients between $10,000 and $40,000. So if you're interested in saving money in tax time through taxes, contact Dan and Secure Money. And then also to quote Boston and Brad Delp of Boston, all I want
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But all I want is to have some peace of mind. Okay. Dan can provide that. And especially when it comes to life insurance and making sure that the people, your loved ones, are taken care of. God forbid if something were to happen to you. These are things that Dan can do for you and take care of you and make sure that your money is secure. Hence the term and the name of his company, Secure Money. He doesn't make you guess. He doesn't keep you guessing at all. He's a straight shooter. SecureMoney.com is the website. And you can give him a call at 888-960-SAFE. That's 888-960-7233. Or email him, Dan at SecureMoney.com. And be sure to talk ball. And also check out his show on YouTube, NorCal Sports, the NorCal Sports Network with Dan Cochimilio. It's a great show, and he loves talking ball. I look forward to having him on next week. It'll be a lot of fun.
Dan is good people. So let him help you out with your adult life and all of the planning, the financial issues we all need to tackle. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, SecureMoney.com. Tony, I got a quick question, and then I want to do the Giants headlines.
Yes.
Do you have access to Dom's Chuck Norris poll? Can you show that? Or is it in the comments line? I'm not sure.
He put it in the comments line. I know he put it in the comments line. I can look it up on text too. But yes, we have our poll of the day, Paulie.
Let's show it because I'll give you the results before the end of the day. And we just decided to pay our respects to Chuck Norris. So we said, I'm looking for it too right now. Here it is.
Here it is. Yeah, here it is. You got to go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you take it. Tony, go.
What's favorite Chuck Norris movie or show? Okay, because he was all over the place. And the Total Gym counts as a show because it was long form. Those weren't like 10, those weren't 2-minute commercials. Those were 30-minute, 60-minute infomercials where they were getting a full workout on. So if you want to pick Total Gym, you can add to the poll. But favorite Chuck Norris movies, the poll says Delta Force, Lone Wolf McQuade, Invasion USA, and Walker Texas Ranger is what I've got from the poll. If it's been updated, oh wait, here we go. I take it back. It's been updated, Paulie. Delta Force 12% at the moment.
Okay.
Walker Texas Ranger 24%. Dodgeball 35%, and The Way of the Dragon 29% so far. And then honorable mention. We'll just give honorable mention to Total Gym. How about that?
I'll give honorable mention too to Missing in Action. You know, that was another. There were so many of those great Chuck Norris action flicks out there. What was yours, Rags? I know Rags loves one of those too. The Octagon. There it is, right there.
Nice.
The Octagon, bro. Yeah. Okay. Shout out Chuck Norris and the Octagon. All right, man. We'll give you the results of the poll at the end of the show. Music assignment coming up momentarily. Stay tuned for that. But Tony, let's start with Bryce Eldridge. He will not be on the Major League squad. He will not be in the dugout on opening night next Wednesday. He's headed down to AAA. They optioned him. That green juice looks good. I need some of that. By the way, if you're going to do like
in here, yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying what? Celery, cucumber, banana, all kinds of mango, all kinds of stuff.
1 cucumber, 2 stalks of celery, 1/4 of a grapefruit, 1/4 head of green leaf lettuce, 1 leaf of green chard, 1 small wedge lemon, 1 leaf of kale, 4 leaves of spinach, 8 sprigs of parsley, and 1 teaspoon of mint tea. Paul.
Well, you're making me very jealous. I could also think about maybe mixing that with some vodka on the rocks. I don't know. Get healthy and buzzed at the same time. I'm not sure.
Dude, Paulie, can I introduce you to the vodka mate? The vodka mate or the tequila mate. You know, yerba mate, Guayaki has the company Guayaki and the yerba mates. Yeah. They have a yerba mate seltzer. It's like a soda that is fantastic. One of them is called like lemon mint, I think. Anyways, they have all these cool flavors. Add a little tequila or vodka to that and make yourself a vodka mate or a tequila mate. It's phenomenal. It's delicious. It's so
okay.
Good.
I'll tell you what else is delicious. And I should have shame on myself. Give me a slap right now, Tony. Give me a couple, actually. Yeah, I need a couple. Help me.
Hang on, dude. Hang on. Let me get to the page. Hang on. Sorry, Paulie. Sorry. Let me get to the page. There it is. There's.
I'll take 2. I'll take a double. How dare I, bro? Now I'm mad at myself, like Bruce Springsteen looking at himself, hating the guy. I'm pissed at myself because I left out on the great Chuck's list of all time. What am I doing? What's my problem? Why didn't I say this first? Chuck LaVille, for God's sakes, the piano player in the Rolling Stones. And if that's not enough for you, he's also the guy who played the piano solo in Jessica by the Allman Brothers, which is
that.
Yeah, it's Chuck Laville. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's Chuck
Dude.
Laville. Bam, 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 bam. He's going nuts in that tune. Anyway, another great Chuck Laville. Okay, Tony, Giants baseball, opening night, no Bryce Eldridge, go. Give me your thoughts. You kind of called it. You did call this a couple of weeks ago. Tony said that this would happen.
I'm not happy about it. And I know Kerry Crowley last week, we were talking about it with Kerry Crowley last week, and let's get him on in the next couple of weeks here too, Paulie, that I liked the idea of, I don't know, just putting him in a no pressure spot in the lineup of like 8th.
Yeah,
him 8th.
I'm with that.
And give him big league reps in kind of a low pressure, no pressure spot in the lineup, and give him reps on the diamond and have him see big league pitching instead of, sure, I get him going back to AAA and he's going to build confidence, and because he did strike out a lot. I don't have the number, but he did strike out a lot in spring training. But I don't know. I just feel like if you put him in the 8th spot and then have him work his way up the lineup, I felt. Then again, you know, I'm not Buster Posey. Obviously, the people making these decisions know a hell of a lot more than I do. But I just was bummed to see him sent down because I was thinking this was a time to kind of put him in the bottom of the lineup and see what he could do and have him work his way up.
Hey, Tony, I'm not making a comparison here, but when they brought up Buster Posey, didn't he bat 8th or 7th or something at first? Didn't they have him like way down in the lineup too? I think Boach did that, or am I wrong?
That does ring a bell. I'd have to look it up, but that makes sense too. I mean, and have him just work his way. I mean, Buster was so good.
I know, that's the thing. He just dove right in like he'd been there forever. Like by the time the Giants made it to the playoffs in 2010, it felt like Buster Posey had been around forever. You know what I mean? Right. He just came up. It was crazy. All right, Tony, and then of course Hayden Birdsong. You won't see him no more, at least not this year with the Tommy John. Did you ever get Tommy John? I don't even know if I've ever asked you that.
No. I didn't throw hard enough, dude. I don't know. I threw too much junk and didn't throw hard enough. And you hear about Tommy John too much now, especially with younger kids and high school kids. And I've heard about an 8th grader having Tommy John. It's like, oh, what are we doing?
8th grade? Yeah.
So, I mean, I love what the surgery can do. It's a brilliant surgery, but having to do it that young. But in Birdsong's case, I wonder if this is something that's been lingering for a while with him, because he's been off for a while after he had that hot start. And then he's been off. So I just wonder if it's been something that's been lingering. He's been trying to tend to and trying to manage and work through. And then they finally said, you know what, let's bite the bullet and let's do this. So
Tony, shout out James Franco. Is that his name? James Franco, right? James Franco and Pineapple Express. Lingerer, man. Lingerer. Dropping lingerer on that guy's buying buds from him. The guy's just a lingerer. All right, Tony, we are now moving.
Hold on real quick, Paulie, sorry. Pine Needle, he says tons of families began getting preemptive Tommy John surgery in 8th grade. Where does Pine Needle live? I forget where Pine Needle lives. Is he like in the Sacramento area? I forget. But Pine Needle, tell us where you are, because he says over there. He says all over here. So that's preemptive, dude. What are we doing, Paulie?
I don't know. Preemptive? I don't want a preemptive surgery for anything unless I need it, you know? I'm not going to preemptively cut my body open. I'm good. Thank you. All right. And Rags, nice. Yeah. Tommy John Joseph. I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Low Steed. Quick super from Low Steed, Tony. Get him up there.
Oh, let's go. Stand by. Let me get it for Los. And Los, hang on one sec. Los, thank you for the super on Friday, but happy Friday, everybody, by the way. He says, did Tony throw a screwball like Fernando Valenzuela? I loved Fernando and the whole breathing through his eyelids. Hashtag extinct. You know what's funny, Los, is I could throw one. I never threw one in a game, but I would throw one in my bullpens, and I still throw one to my son when I'm playing catch with him, and he'd be like, Dad, what is that again? What is that thing again? And I'd be like, it's a screwball, Dom. Don't mess with it, because it's
don't do it. Yeah.
But I threw a 2-seam fastball that had a little bit of movement, and that's all you need is just a little bit of movement, and it makes a difference between like the barrel and down the handle. So 4-seam fastballs when you want like straight cock shot, as they say, Paulie.
Yes, our word of the week. Yeah.
The word of the week. And then 2-seam is when you want a little bit of tail on that fastball. So
You'll get some tail for night for sure. Shout out David Lee Roth. Okay, Tony.
Tell us how you do.
Yeah. Come on, Dave. Give me your break. Hey. Yeah.
One break coming up. Come on,
the
man.
producer goes, "Come on, Dave. Give me your break." He goes, "Hey." He's like Fat Albert. Hey.
Dude, Paulie, I love that they went with that version on the album, though. They could have easily said, "Go, come on."
Hand to God, I didn't bookmark it only because there was so much going on today. There are pictures floating around. Maybe some of you have seen them of Eddie Van Halen, David Lee Roth, and Chuck Norris hanging out backstage at a VH gig in. Let me see if I can find it real quick because now I said to look on Tony's
page too.
Okay, look for it. Just right. It just entered David Lee Roth, Eddie Van Halen, Chuck Norris. You'll see it. And Dave is drinking a can of Schlitz malt liquor, dude. A freaking can of. Do you see it? Do you find it already?
Hold on, let me see it. Yeah.
Yeah, get it up there. I know. It's a tremendous. This would be the day for it. I should have put it in bookmark. Sorry. Yeah.
And Dave.
No, Dave, just let him go. Let him go. He's doing his thing. Yeah. Hey, one break coming up, y'all. Yeah.
Look at this thing, man. I mean,
look at that. That's three gangsters of the high. And what's Eddie doing? Yellow on yellow? I don't know who's dressing him. I don't know.
I think overalls. Those are yellow overalls, dude.
They say, yeah, that sounds right. He used to wear overalls a lot. Chuck Norris, handsome right there with the 80s look. So this is 1980 backstage. Look at Dave, dude. Backstage at the LA Sports Arena. I saw Springsteen down there. That was a really cool building. But there you go. The triumvirate right there, man.
Oh, my God. Imagine the conversations those guys are having. Did they do a total gym workout together before the show? The three of them?
They easily could have. Yeah, we'll take out the total gym right here, Chuck. All right, Tony, Standard Deviant Brewing. Listen, these guys are our newest partners. We're so happy to have them on board. They're also our very generous hosts of the Paulie Mac Particle opening night watch party. We'll do that next Wednesday. Everybody's invited. No cover charge. No, and by the way, just in case people are getting skittish about this, no cover charge tonight either for the band, for the Paulie Mac and Friends gig. Just come on in, order a couple of beers, hang out, watch some music, but no cover charge to get in tonight. No cover charge to get in on Wednesday. And Standard Deviant Brewing, a couple things to just kind of bounce off, as they are our brand new sponsor of the weekly music assignment. These are great people. Mark DeVito, he's bringing that whole Boston, New England charm to the equation. He's a really good guy. The location we'll be kicking it in, friends, is Pier 70 in San Francisco. They have a second location in the Mission District. I love the Mission District. That is at 280 14th Street. And again, both locations are 100% committed to the city, which I love. And that's kind of the vibe down there in that dog patch. They are all about the city and giving back to the city. And when you stop by Standard Deviant tonight for a happy hour would be ideal. You watch the sun go down. You're right on the bay. And make sure you enjoy the coldest tasting beer in San Francisco. What's more, everybody's welcome. And I mean that literally. Everybody is welcome. And both locations are committed to providing safe spaces for the entire San Francisco Bay Area community. When I drop a safe space, I also need to drop a drum space. Shout out Grateful Dead Drum Space. Also, talk to Standard Deviant about hosting a private event or a private party. It's a huge place. There's a lot of real estate in. There's Mark right there. There he is, man, with the tats and the hat. That's my guy. So anyway, ask them about booking some space, reserving some space for a wedding, a birthday party, bachelorette party, what have you. It's an ideal spot for that. And again, there is a variety of diverse beers, all taste to style, and they're waiting for you down there. So get down there, enjoy the great vibes. And Tony, I know you can speak to the beers a little bit, but we just want to say thank you again to Standard Deviant Brewing, and everybody get on down there, have a cold one, and tell Mark that the PMP Familia sent you.
Their beers are fantastic. And like you mentioned, Paulie, the coldest tasting beers in San Francisco. And they take a lot of pride in that. And by the way, they moved their entire brewing manufacturing to this location on the waterfront. And if you walk in there, you see the huge, they're bigger than vats. I don't even know what you call them, where the brew is made. And I love their Hop on Muni is my favorite beer, which is like a West Coast Pale Ale. And then they also have a good Hefeweizen. They have a good Saison. They have a good Kolsch. Their Comet Pale Ale is really good. Their Tree People IPA, and their don't sleep on a ice cold porter. Like it's almost like a dessert for me sometimes when I'm having a good porter. And but you can get crowlers. You can get a 6-pack of 12-ounce cans. You can get a case, 24 12-ounce cans. You can get a 32-ounce crowler 3-pack. You can also get, Paulie, and this is what I want to do. Can we just at some point throw an old-fashioned kegger?
Yeah,
like, have a kegger.
I used to have them all the time at my house when I was back in the day.
Same.
Yeah.
Dude, and me, like they so by the way, the reason I bring that up is because Standard Deviant, you can get 5-gallon kegs. You can, of any of their beer. Of their beer. You pick the beer, you can get their kegs. So again, I love the Hop On Muni IPA. They're also their hazy IPA is really good. Their Tree People IPA. Take your pick. They have a wide variety. And also follow them at Standard Deviant Brewing on Instagram. They post a lot of cool stuff on Instagram at Standard Deviant Brewing. And they're just great people. Again, they create a vibe. Mark, Peter, and Paul, they create a vibe. Just like Neil and Andrew and Steven and Andre and Gabino and Jorge and Emmanuel, they all create vibes about when you come visit them. They're like, we want you to feel welcome. And Standard Deviant is very big on making you feel welcome and having a great beer. Like Paulie said today, 4:00 happy hour. I think they're open at 2:00 on Fridays. Sweet. Happy hour on a Friday with the beautiful weather today, overlooking the bay. You cannot lose. And then walk. Here's what you do, Paulie. You go to Standard Deviant for a beer. Okay. Then you go to Longbridge for pizza, and then you go to Chase Center for the Dubs, and it's all within 3 blocks of each other. Like, come on, what are you doing? All right, there you go. Okay.
All right. Well said. And thank you, Standard Deviant. We do appreciate you guys very much. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. And everybody in the P&P Familia is invited. Join us at Standard Deviant next Wednesday, opening night. For those of you not going to the game, that would include me. That would include Tony, Dom. There's a bunch of us without tickets. So we're just going to be hanging out, watching the game, drinking some of those beers, having a good time. Pier 70, Standard Deviant Brewing. Thank you, boys. Okay. Tony, from that to this, final moments today. Let's unleash the music assignment. We decided to, it was Tony's idea, actually. Tony said, you know what, let's honor Scott Ostler, who will be joining us next week on the show. I'm just not sure which day yet, but we're going to have Scott on and we'll talk to him. Tony goes, yeah, man, we're going to honor Scott Ostler with songs about saying goodbye to somebody or saying goodbye to something or, you know, a farewell kind of song. So it's a good idea. And why don't you acknowledge the listeners first? And then you and I can make our contributions and add the songs to the playlist, give a little Peralta Art some love, and then we're out because I got to go load gear. I got a lot I got to go do.
Sound check, bro. And then I've got a baseball game tonight. I got a 7:00 first pitch baseball game, a Friday Night Lights San Carlos Little League. So,
Tony, it's like I got a lot.
Giants and Phillies tonight from San Carlos under the lights, Paulie.
I got a lot. And when I say I got a lot, I'm quoting Gary Busey from the bank robber. Why am I forgetting? Point Break,
yeah.
Dude, he's driving through LA traffic with Keanu Reeves, and this dude comes over selling him a bag of oranges. The guy tries to sell him a bag of oranges. He goes, $5, whatever. And Chuck Busey goes, no, we got a lot. Dude, I don't even know what that means. We got a lot. He comes with the oranges. We got a lot. Anyway, I got a lot. Busey's got a lot, and the listeners have a lot of song contributions. So what did they send us today, Big T?
Well, while I load those, Paulie, I'm going to play this.
Peep this, particle heads. P&P's weekly musical assignment begins right now.
All right, dude. Here we go, Paulie. And I'm going to load the list so everybody can see the list that Dom Peralta has put together for us. Thank you so much, Dom, for compiling the list. And I figured, what are we doing? It's a visual show. Show people the list.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the goodbye. And again, tip of the cap to Scott Ostler on a phenomenal career. I'm going to miss his work, but I'm very excited to see what he decides to do next. Because, you know, he's so creative and he's so talented that something's going to come. Something's going to happen with him. You know, I'm really.
Oh, yeah. I hope so, too. And Tony, I got to say, I love this new feature because now it's much easier to digest this. First of all, shout out to Corinne, the Rolling Stones on Free. Great track. Stevie B. I'm just picking stuff out of Sweet Mad Hatter, So Many Roads. Hell yeah. Stevie B. Bobby Jean. Dude, I thought about Bobby Jean. That's Bruce saying goodbye to Little Steven when Little Steven left the E Street Band for a few years. Lily with Broke Down Palace, of course.
Nice.
Maggie's Farm. Nice. Nikki D. Go ahead, man. Let's see. Rags with Steam. Nice. Nah. Hey. Goodbye. Dude, Steam. Hey. Do you guys know any Steam? Try that at your next wedding. See what happens. All right, Tony, this is great. Is that all of the listener contributions? I love it.
Those are the listener contributions. And look at that, dude. It's all over the map, which is why I love this musical assignment. And do we have any repeats, Paulie? I was looking, and I love the fact that Greg Trela said Goodbye Cruel World by Pink Floyd. That is such an underrated choice. And it looks like, or is that Dave? A.K. Dave is maybe Pink Floyd, Goodbye Cruel World, because I don't see a song next to his name. But Miriam did Fade to Black, Metallica. I'm looking to see if there's any repeats, because Goodbye to Romance. And Paulie, by the way, I was cleaning out my laptop download folder. Remember your version of Goodbye to Romance that you did on guitar.
I did that for Ozzy. Yeah, when Ozzy died. Yeah.
I'll have to pull that up next week, dude, just in honor. Yeah, why not, man?
Sure.
But and I love seeing Jackson 5, Never Can Say Goodbye. And Paulie, the Broke Down Palace for me is just that song. That song can bring me to tears, man.
Well, it does. It does the same for me too. Miriam, Fade to Black, Metallica. Very nice. Oh, we got a super too. Let's get Escobar up there real quick, and then we could. Okay, go ahead. I forgot mine. Go ahead, T. You do the Spanish.
Escobar Cheeks III is a super thank you, brother. And he says, I forgot mine. And he says, La Palabra, Adios,
nice.
Ruben Blades with the Fania All-Stars.
Well read, Tony. Well read. That was very nice. And thank you, Cheeks. Much love as always. You guys have a great weekend. All right, Tony, I'm going. I'm just going to go. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm breaking out the vinyl for this one. This is one of the shows that the Grateful Dead released in its entirety. This is 10/16/89. This is Bob Weir's 42nd birthday. And I'm willing to bet some money that Scarlet Fire, our very own Bonnie, was at this show. It's an amazing show, one of the better shows from the late 80s. And they end this show with what I always thought was a kind of a nice farewell good night song called We Bid You Good Night. A cappella. No instruments, just four guys, just Phil, Bobby, Brent, and Jerry, of course, standing there just singing a cappella. We bid you good night. Lay down, my dear brother. Lay down and take your rest. Great track. So for me, I'm going We Bid You Good Night. Creative Tony, you're up, Holmes.
Real quick, Paulie, I changed the lyrics of that song, and I used to sing it to my kids going to bed at night. I would say lay down, and put in my little Dominic, or lay down my little Olivia, and lay down and take your rest. Lay your head on your daddy's chest. Anyways,
nice.
Dude, remember seeing Phil with his kids on stage at the Warfield. What was that, in 99 or 98?
April 99. Yeah.
99. That was just such a special moment. Rest in peace, Phil Les. Rest in peace, Bob Weir, Jerry Garcia. So Paulie, let me show you this rough gang first for my musical selection. By the way, great book. If you ever, the Marley Legend book, if you ever want to just get a really good read, and it comes with some records inside of it too. And look at.
Do you want to read the inscription inside the book, Tony?
Dude, hold on.
I'm breaking your balls. Don't do it. I don't want to get you in trouble. I know that's an old book because you let me borrow that for a while. Do you want to read the note? Yeah, just curious.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from a former Flame. But look at this. Look at these guys. And the guy in the sunglasses is who is my musical assignment today. That's Peter Tosh.
Yeah.
I feel does not get enough love in the reggae world. And so I want to honor Peter Tosh because Bob also sang this, and Paulie told me that Jerry Garcia also did this with the Jerry Garcia band. But Stop That Train by Peter Tosh. So good. And I think Peter Tosh's vocals were so underrated in the reggae movement. And I just love Peter. And it's so sad to me what happened to him. And I know that he was more of the rebel of the band, of the Wailers, but I feel like Bob needed that. You know what I mean? Like they balance each other out.
No, totally. All these guys do. I need you. Yeah. Like there are partnerships. Like I need Tony. Mick Jagger needs Keith. Steven Tyler needs Joe Perry. Bob Marley needed Peter Tosh. But by the way, Tony, just a clarification. I think I'm pretty sure. I think that Jimmy Cliff wrote that song. I think that's
Jimmy Cliff wrote that song.
I think so. We can check it out and confirm that pretty easily.
Did he write it? Really? I thought it was an old. Let me see. Stop the Train original. Let's see. Yeah, see, I have it as
Maybe you're right. I'm not saying. I think it's. I think it was Cliff, but you could easily be right. It could be Tosh.
So, Paulie, it's an original version by the Jamaican ska band called the Spanish Tonians, also known as the Spanish Town Ska Beats.
Okay.
That has been covered in samples by numerous artists in 1967, dude. Okay. And guess who sampled the original version, dude? The Beastie Boys sampled this original version because they know what the hell they're doing. That's why.
Yeah. They did. Yeah.
So yeah, it just Stop That Train. It's a dark tune. It's a little dark. But he's talking about, it won't be too long, whether I'm right or wrong, that he's moving on. They're moving on. So Scott Ostler is moving on. Stop That Train, Paulie, and Peter Tosh for life. That's all.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for all the kind words. I see you, Los D and Patty and everybody. Thank you. I will. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, and I encourage everybody to come by. Come hang out with us. We're going to rock the place, and we're going to get loose on a Friday night. But
hey, Pete, real quick. Sorry, one last super from Don Peralta. They're late additions to the musical assignment, so he says late homework right here, dudes. Jim Bull, aka Soccer Bull. He says Judas Priest, beginning of the end. P1 Chuck saying goodbye, Pat Benatar.
Nice.
And then Stinking Badges, the Beatles, goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Sorry, excuse me, because then there's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. So thank you, all of you, for your musical assignment emails and submissions, and keep it coming. And Dom, thanks for putting those lists together. And Paulie, you can take it away because we're going to give some love to Don Peralta now.
Yeah, last thing. This is just going to be really quick and to the point, but Dom has just asked us if we can show some of his latest pieces, like the poster for tonight's gig, and then I want everybody to see the opening day poster that Dom is working on, because that thing rules. All of Dom's stuff freaking rules. Peralta Arts and Company, you know what's up, you guys. As Dave Chappelle would say, you know what it is. This is where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture all collide. And again, he is going to show you some of the latest pieces as I carry on and tell you that your story, whatever it might be, it's a family story, it's a business story, it's something for your kids, a milestone birthday, milestone anniversary. Let Dom Peralta and Peralta Arts commemorate it and immortalize it forever with some of his great work. Your story deserves bold visuals, and Peralta Arts and Company will bring them to life with Bay Area soul and Bay Area passion. So contact Dom Peralta and Peralta Arts and bring your vision to life simply by typing them up at Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. What do you got for us, T?
I'm trying to pull up the poster, Paulie. It's just taking a little extra time. That's all. And I was going to say, well, come on, don't slow down on me now. It's just pulling up everything. There it is. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. I appreciate everyone's patience as I navigate through a lot of emails. But there you go, buddy. There is tonight's gig poster, which is just fantastic, with the skeleton with the cowboy hat under the stars, dude, is with just
roses and a bed of roses. Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Shout out, must have been the roses. Yeah.
And then if I can just bear with me for 1 second, Paulie, I just want to show the poster that Dom made for our Hang watch party, opening day watch party next week on Wednesday. Please RSVP, by the way, on our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles. Like and subscribe while you're there. And I'll just show this real quick. Look at this. I mean, does that thing pop or does that thing pop, man? I mean,
freaking love
just
that.
A beautiful piece.
I love that. And again, we're just days away. There's Standard Deviant getting some love on the poster. Giants, Yankees. Hey, Dom, this is a joke. I'm going to kind of call my shot before I even say this one. But hey, Dom, I can't believe you forgot to put Netflix on the poster. What the hell, man? Where are the 73 red kayaks? I'm kidding, of course. Dom, it looks awesome. Thank you, Standard Deviant. Thank you, Dan Coach Emilio, SecureMoney.com. Thank you, Dom Peralta, Peralta Arts, and of course, the grandpappy of them all. That's what they say about the Rose Bowl. The granddaddy of them all. Granddaddy of them all is Neil Donardi and Longbridge Pizza. We love all of y'all. And thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. I do have to boogie. I got a boogie with Stu, set up gear, do a sound check, etc., and so forth. Creative Tony, Have yourself a great. I hope to see you tonight. Hope to see you at the gig. Second set. Get your ass in there. Have a good time. We got P&P Familia on hand, and if you are coming out tonight, I'll definitely come and say hello. I'll see everybody. It's a small place, so won't be hard to find you. Have a great weekend, Tony. Final words, and we out.
Well, first of all, Paulie, stand by. Hey, Paulie, I hope you have a great gig tonight. I will do my damnedest. The Wednesday night's game was 13-10, and it took over 2 hours. So I'm hoping tonight is a shorter affair, and I can get my ass up there. So it depends on what happens on the ball field, which I love. There's no clock, so we don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll see. But, dude, have a great gig.
Thank you, buddy.
I love that you're paying tribute to Bobby, and I just know that you're going to have a badass gig with Fausti, Bob Marcucci, and David Drutzy, and then who's the guitarist name? Tyler
Schusterman. Yeah.
Come on, Tyler, bring it home, Tyler. So on that note, Paulie, have a great gig. Everybody have a great weekend. Have fun with the tournament, and it's our last weekend without Giants ball. So enjoy it, and then we got Wednesday opening night at Standard Deviant. Can't wait, Paulie. And here we go. Diamond David Lee Roth, take it away. Okay.
Woo, very nice, Tony. Nice crossfade and a great week of shows. We had a lot of fun this week. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. Thank you for coming out tonight. If you do plan on it, I will see you there, and have a great weekend. We'll see everybody right back in their normal spots on Monday at high noon. Cheers, y'all, and have a great weekend. See you Monday.
Peace, y'all.